Hello friends, I am pumped and excited to give you my tutorial for my basic stage makeup that I do for so many shows. Let's get right on into it. And don't forget to subscribe for new videos every week geared towards you, the forever theater kid. Come on! Now the sweat is real when you're on stage, so you want to make sure that you prep your face, especially your eyes. I always prep my eyelids and my eyebrows because I never want that work that I've done to fade. And I always like to prep also by using some tape as a guide for all my makeup looks. I am personally using the Kristin Leanne Urban Decay palette. Honestly, if you can get any of these colors in any palettes that you have, drugstore or upscale, go for them. You're going to start with an orange or a light brown, whatever you feel like is complementing your skin tone. I really like an orange to blend all over the top of my lid. And then once I feel like that's blended out, I take a deeper brown and I start from the outside and blend in. You want the concentration of the darker color to be on the outside because it gives a really nice dimension to your eyes. And then if you're messy, it's okay. You can always go back and clean it later. It's really important to blend with a nice clean brush. After that, take a foundation or a concealer on a small brush, a more detailed brush, and carve out a bit of a cut crease. This will just help you lighten and keep the white that you're going to add or the champagne color that you're going to add. This just gives it a new base for it to stay, and it's nice and clean. Once you feel like you've gotten all that color on, blend that in, blend that cut line with a bit more of brown. Next, we're just gonna do a regular old cat eye. I think it's better to have on stage, especially for cruise ships, to have a slightly bigger wing. Mine are not perfect. They are not always clean, hence the tape. But you know, practice makes perfect, and sometimes practice doesn't make perfect, and you just do it. Honestly, if you don't have a good wing, I always think a pair of lashes covers up your mistakes, like this one. Now this one, if you have a mistake like that, it always happens to me, let it dry and then go over it with some more brown shadows, honestly, because it just makes that line a little deeper, and then just help your lash line dry a little bit. Now apply a little bit of mascara because you're going to need that as a base for your lashes later, and give your eyes a nice little tight line with some black eyeliner. Up. Satisfaction alert, satisfaction alert. Look at that cut. Yes, it's so satisfying. Let's go back. What I love most about this tape effect is not only is it satisfying, but it just makes you look like a pro. Like, I'm not great at blending, but doing that makes it look like I am, and that's, I mean, fake it till you make it, friends. Now just apply whatever foundation you use. I use a drugstore foundation for shows just because I sweat so much, and it doesn't make me break out. I don't feel like it's necessary to wear a very expensive foundation, but I do like my concealers to stay, so I am using Shape Tape, and I'm just making little triangles underneath my eyes and spreading that upwards to really give my eyes a lift. Because let's admit, we're all exhausted and we all have bags under eyes, but we have to make it look like we're alive and fresh all the time. Now just bake those eyes with some loose powder. Add concealer to different spots that you have that you want to cover up. Mine are always on my chin. My problem areas is my mouth and my chin forever. And I don't know why, and I hate it, but that is what it is. And now I'm moving on to my brows. I live by this stuff by Maybelline, the brow tattoo. It is just, it's everything to me. I use an angled brush, and I just start to carve out my brows. I haven't done a very specific brow tutorial for stage makeup versus the other brow tutorial that I have, but I basically just fill in my brows. I make them darker for the stage because it's harder for them to read farther away if they're too light, so I go a little darker for my stage brows. I chisel them out if there's any mistakes or if they feel like they're a little wonky looking with some more concealer, just to make sure that they are on point for the stage. And even if it's just for me, I love it. Now go back with a deep brown, maybe the one that you used in your crease, and bring that to your lower lash line. And once you're done that, wipe away all of the baking that you did. That is a nice clean slate for the rest of your makeup. Before you go onto your face makeup, I suggest to put the glue on your fake eyelashes that you will inevitably put on, just so it will set. And go on to your contouring. I am using this palette by Anastasia of Beverly Hills. I just do the common, you know, C and then a C, or a 3 and then a backwards 3 for my contour. I love a contour on stage. I think it really helps my face shape, but I don't go too chiseled with cream. I like to use a powder. Put on some blush, And then once those lashes are set, maybe after 30 seconds to a minute, just apply them. And look, the look is starting to come together. Sometimes it looks a little messy at first, but then once you put those lashes on, it always seems to come together. I think it's sometimes important to put on a white eyeliner. It just helps you look more awake on stage from further away. I live by it, especially when I'm exhausted. Apply some more mascara to your top and bottom lash line. Go for that highlighter, mama. Oh, I took a nick out of it and I was so sad that day. I remember that vividly, even though it was like a year ago. And then put it on the high points of your cheeks, your nose, your cupid's bow. Put on that fire-entered red lipstick, because we all know you gotta wear it for most looks on the stage. This one is a really great one. It's a liquid lipstick by Too Faced. I actually really love this one. And it's a good investment because it really stays and doesn't transfer, especially when you got to do a stage kiss. Am I right? And then just touch up whatever you want to touch up. Put on some more highlighter. Always a good idea. And then a setting spray is a perfect way to set this all in place. And friends, that is it. That is the main easy version of basic stage makeup. Do your stage hair however you got to do it. Put on those costumes and feel fierce, because you are and you deserve to be on that stage. And you're going to look amazing no matter what. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and see what adventures I get up to on the high seas. Come back home, guys. I'd love to see you there. Bye!